Well, look at this. We're back at the start of the city, and boom! We're past 300 subscribers. Thank you very much. Figure is going up again after a year or so. So let's go into the city then. When did I do that map? I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Don't even know how I did it. Okay, and welcome to Cottlandby Minecraft City, population 1, and we're at the kind of front end of the city here for the start of episode 29. This episode is High as a Kite. That's right, we're going high as a kite, and as I alluded to last week, riddle, diddle, diddle, no cats, no fiddle, no cow jumping over a moon. We have got another clue for our riddle that we found originally in Area X in the, not the previous episode, the one before. That card is up above if you haven't yet seen that episode. So here we are. I love this station. It's a really nice station. You can't see the tracks because they're quite deep, but that station I really like. This area in general is the kind of start of the park. Now, what's park? Well, it's a city, isn't it? I'm thinking Planet Coaster. Which, by the way, another update on that coming soon. We ended last time. God, dogs will have them. We ended last time at the opposite end of the city, where the new Cottlandby power station is. What an amazing feat of engineering that is. Now we're back at the start, because that's where the big gold subscriber count statue thing is. So we're going to take a tube over to where we were to continue building what we're building this week. As you can see, there's a line here that's not finished, that goes to the casino. It's one of the only unfinished lines. We will get to that, don't worry. We're at the new Grimsby station. This is the express service that has no stops other than taking you to the airport. So let's ride it.
This is an express line service to City Airport. This service does not call at any stations. Change at City Airport for the Explorer and Millennium lines.
Now, a couple of things I'm going to mention, and, well, the first one is to say that I thought that the iPhone 13 was doing a cracking job of making sure that these long tube journeys didn't stutter and stagger all over the place. However, maybe it's not actually doing such a good job, because, believe it or not, this is stuttering and stopping like mad, and it is edited to hell and back to reduce that. I did a test on the Explorer line from outside of town, Area X, all the way down to the mall, and it did it so smooth. Perfectly, in fact, but for some reason it seems to want to load all the buildings above it you cannot see. I ask you, why is that? Why do I need to load those buildings? They are many blocks above. I clearly cannot see them. They are not in the line of sight or the drawers. Why are you loading them? Don't load them. Give me a nice uninterrupted train journey, please. But yeah, the scope of this particular track, because it doesn't stop at any of the stations, you can see actually just how large the city is, or the footprint of the city, because we are still going, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. This is one of the many lines that we have, and as you can see, a lot of them interconnect here. The one you're on at the minute is like the purple one. It's the express line. There's also a Crossrail Explorer line coming off there as well. The tube map does need updating. It's nice, isn't it? It's done in the kind of transport for London style map. I did order some of these. I had some printed out that were quite nice that I was giving away, but I've run out. I'll update it and order some more. And I'll put a link to this one as a PDF down in the description as well, so you can download this and have a quick look at it. There's some nice places to go and visit. Here we are, just going underneath the Expo Centre, and we'll soon be arriving at the airport. The airport, by the way, which does not exist, because, as you fully are aware, there are no planes in Minecraft. There are boats. There are horses that you can ride, and you can walk places, can't you? You can't fly anywhere, so why did I build an airport? Well, I got 2/3 of the way through building it, and then I thought, why am I building an airport? And then I just decided that it was worth finishing anyway, so I did. But we don't talk about the airport. except for when we're getting the train to the airport, and I'm telling you why there shouldn't be an airport, in which case we do talk about the airport. But that's it, no more talking about the airport. Right, here we are, now arriving at the airport station, and it's kind of like a double level transit hub. It's got a underground station here, which is the tube line, although it hasn't been underground for a while, has it? And then it's also got an above ground level tube service which runs to more local lines. So this express line runs straight in, and the other more local lines run from a different... It's been a while since I've been here. How do you get out? There you go. Run from a different part of the city. From, I think it comes from the coastal area, which is where we are next week again. Alright, marvellous stuff. I love this kind of mustardy colour that it's all done. It's all glass. It's a huge building, the airport. It really is quite magnificent. And here we are. We are back over at the outskirts of the city. Way, way, way out of town. And I've been doing quite a bit of work. You know, there's railings along most of this walkway now, so you don't fall off and die. But here's what I've been building this week. Yes, it's Skydive Cottlandby. Whoop whoop. It's basically a massive tower that you jump off. And also it has the big splash inside it as well. So let's have a look at some construction of this. You can see the airport there. You can see the power station there, which is bedding in nicely. Let's just go up and see where we're at with construction, and then we'll get on with a little bit of a construction montage, as they say. And yes, and let's speed it up a little bit. Right, so last time I built anything this high, the height limit was not what it is now. The height limit has been increased significantly since I last built something. The last thing I built was the great big tower in Gravel Valley, which is like an apartment building. There's a lot of apartments in that, and that was at the original height limit. Oh, and the Cottlandby telecommunications mast as well, which that's again linked to the video above. That was quite high, haunted as well, as I recall. Still haunted, I believe. But this one, honestly, I knew the height limit had gone up because I got that message ages ago saying save your game before you do this update, but I wasn't aware of how high the height limit was. So I started building this actually not really knowing how many stairs I needed to build or anything like that. And as it turns out, the height limit's pretty high. Yeah, pretty high. As we will see. This this experience is a tower that you jump off. And there's two ways you can jump off it. You can jump from the top down the middle. You see where them yellow columns are, there's like a chute that's going down. That's called the Big Splash. That's a homage to a ride that I used to go on. I went on it once when I was a kid at Pleasure Island theme park in Cleethorpes. And it's gone now. It closed a couple of years ago. Went under. I don't even think it was COVID that finished it off. I think they were just a bit naff at running a theme park. But they had a ride there, and it was only there for about half a season before they took it out. It was called the Big Splash. It was basically a log flume, and you went in like these weird log flume style boats, but they had like a hood on the top, and then you go up one side, and then you go around the top, and then usually on a log flume you just come straight down into water, didn't you? But what they did, they chopped the track off at the bottom, so instead of just going into like a pool of water, you took off. You flew, actually completely off rails, no supports, no nothing. It launched you into the air, only about 2 or 3 feet, not high at all, high to your bed. And then you splashed down into this pool of water. And it was, and I say this as someone who has been involved in a few car crashes, it was like being in a car crash. And speaking of car crashes, have you seen the current prices of fuel? Not good at all for anyone who needs to drive a vehicle anywhere. So, what have we been building in Duplo this week? Well, of course, it's my very own petrol station. And here it is, 37 pence a litre, bargain, 1970s rates. And here's Olaf, happily filling himself up, although they've got a pump closed there. And Elsa, once again, out of work, from a movie point of view anyway, manning the petrol station forecourts. Very nice, very nice. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, Big Splash, Pleasure Island, Cleethorpes. It was bad, right? It was bad. Yeah, that was called the Big Splash. Now, there's hardly any information about that ride online anywhere. I found a video, which I will link in the description below, from a guy who's got some footage from Pleasure Island from a season when that... And that literally is the only footage anywhere in the world of this ride. It was that bad. They must have had so many lawsuits about it. Yeah. Okay. So, it's raining, as always. So we've got this new kind of external wall. Now, I was going to build like a glass wall all the way up it, but then I thought, no, that's just a bit excessive, isn't it? So I've gone for this kind of semi-filled in wall of multi-coloured madness, and it's not in kind of rainbow order, which I know will annoy some people deliberately, but it's going up all the way from the bottom to the top. So one layer filled in, one layer not filled in, and then I've got kind of a pattern of lights to put on it as well. So it looks quite good. And it means that no one can fall out halfway up, which is quite important, you know, because I'm all about health and safety. And it also means it took me half as long to put it up, which is really nice as well, because this did take quite a while. Longer than the power station? Yes, it did. So the idea is that you've got the big splash in the middle. The second thing you've got is you can jump off the outside onto some landing pads, which is ultimately very exciting, and the landing pads are in 3 different sizes. So there we go, we hit the block limit, 320 blocks high. You can't see the ground from where you are, no matter what kind of resolution you put it on. Welcome to Skydive Cottlandby, including the Big Splash. Skydive Cottlandby, where you're definitely not going to die, honest. Right, let's have a look inside. I've got these nice blocks that have got like the uppy and downy arrows. You go up and then you go down. We've got controlled entry because you don't want any old Tom, Dick or an Harry going in here because they'll hurt themselves. And then we've got ourselves some stairs. It is only stairs to get up to the top. I'll just show you the bottom of the Big Splash area, which is down here. There you go. That's the pool you fall into. It's a little bit high. It's a little bit high, as you can see. A little bit high indeed. So let's go up then and see what we can actually, no, I'll tell you what, first we'll just check out the downstairs. So down here we've got ourselves a kind of staff room style kind of place, which is quite nice. You can see over there to the power station. Oh, and I've done some landscaping, or I've started the landscaping down there as well. This is where you can go outside onto the grass. Let's just get rid of that rogue block there, to scoop up all the bodies of people who have missed the targets. We'll have a look, just a quick look round here. As you can see, it's all looking much nicer now, and much more civilised than it was a couple of weeks ago when I tore it all up with dynamite. There's a wolf there. Well, that's not good, is it? I'm not going to mess with him or her. And I am landscaped down there yet at all. That's a job for whenever I do whatever I'm doing down there. But the whole area, the underground station here, had a huge footprint on it. As you can see now, it's almost gone completely. You can't see there was an underground station at all. And a lot of the roof for the underground station have incorporated into the foundations for Skydive Cottlandby. So, all good. Very nice. We've got these nice targets people can jump onto. We've got a large one, we've got a medium one, and we've got a small one. Now I am going to try and hit the small one, and I'm going to try that a couple of times. I'm going to keep trying it until we succeed as well, okay? I mean, this should be a piece of cake. I mean, look at this. I mean, alright, it's only like 3x3 blocks, but it's reasonably high, but, it's just straight down it, You just got to make sure you use some wings to stop yourself while you hit the ground with a big splat. Alright, so let's head upstairs, and it's quite a long climb. I was going to count the stairs, but then I thought, no, that's just stupid, and it will take me longer to count the stairs than it did to actually build them. What I should have done is count them as I built them. This week's 3D printing model has been this. What is it? Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's a dispenser for AAA and AA batteries. Woo! You put your batteries in the top. It's a bit like a Pez dispenser for batteries, really. You put your batteries in the top and they just kind of sit there in a nice little holder until you need them. It's wall mountable and took about 17 hours to print. Wow, quick. Very quick. Oh, before we get to all the action, today's beverage is, I'm back on the coffee, so I've got an espresso, a 230ml, it's Solelio. Good people at Nespresso say that it is the gentlest way to start the day. Dawning brings all the juicy acidity and fruitiness that we love about Kenyan and Colombian coffee. It's a light roast with a light body. You can really ease into the morning with this Virtuo coffee. It's just coffee. It's not particularly strong. It's quite weak actually. This is only like 2 coffee beans, but it's very nice. Okay, here we are. Oh, what's this? It's the clue. Here be a map, here be a key, here be something that you cannot see. If you want a big surprise, take me where the water flies. Where the water flies, of course. The water flies when it's a cloud, isn't it? When it evaporates and condenses into a cloud. That's why the clue has come back up. Which means we must be getting another clue. Here's a map, here's a key. Make sure you hang on to me. A palace of gold will make the sands unfold the journey. Then you will see. That's funny because I was building a hotel out of solid gold. So maybe I need to finish that. Okay. I'll have a think about that second clue, but until then, let's go and do the big splash. So, if we just have a look up here, there are some supplies in there, not an awful lot, just really to help you get down. What we got, please be aware this bell releases Cottlandby Minecraft City of any liability. I better ring that then, so I can't sue myself. Ready? Oh my, whoa! Okay. Alright, so I'm thinking maybe the water needs to be a bit deeper for such a large drop, because I'm pretty sure it was the concrete at the bottom that stopped me, not the water. However, quite successful. I live, thanks to the settings on the game. And let's go back up and take a go at gliding down onto a pad. So, wings on, bell rung, ring the bell. Okay, and then let's go and dive down. Now I'm not sure which pad I'm aiming for here because obviously I can't actually see anything. So when they get into view, I'll just kind of decide which one I'm going to go for. 2 people at a time can do this jump, you know, so you could even race each other down. And splat. Concrete. Missed the block there. Okay, let's go and try it again. Ring the bell. Jumping out. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Right, now try and kind of level it off. When kind of glide down a bit like you would in like a plane. And through the glass. Again, not optimal. Okay, let's try again. Ring the bell and jumping off. Whee! This time we'll take a nice glide down. Might even go up a little bit. Yay! Let's level off. Whoa! And gliding in. And we're going to go for the big one, I think. Let's go round the building there. This is looking good. No, again, splash onto the concrete. Right, let's try that again. Ring the bell. Jumping out. Gotta get it this time. And there we go. Nice. Going down, and then at the last minute we'll kind of level off, glide round the building, and bring it in nice and slowly, and a nice controlled descent. That was technically a landing, wasn't it? And I bounced off it. Ring the bell, jumping off. Here we go. Now this time I'm going to aim for the big one. I'm not messing around with the small one. I'm just going to go nice and easy. Oh look, we go up. It's a very impressive tower, that, isn't it? I very much like it. I mean, building it next to an airport was probably the wrong idea. You know, it's really, if there were planes, it'd be a little bit of a hazard. It'd be like a drone at an airport. It'd be very bad. Here we go. Over the power station. And coming in. This is much gentler. Much more controlled. This is it, I think. It's down! Yes, he does it. Fantastic. What was that? 5th, 6th, 7th time that I actually showed you? I didn't attempt that 50 or 60 times at all. Honest. Thanks for watching. So, next time on Cottlandby Minecraft City, we are going to continue to investigate these mysterious clues and this mysterious mystery. We're going to have a look back over at the hotel area at Sandy Shores, and we're going to do a little bit of work down here. There's a lot of stuff that needs finishing off. It's quite a beautiful area of the park, Park again, Planet Coaster of the city. Nice station there as well. The Gold Hotel has been started. You can just see it there, kind of overhanging a cliff. We're also going to have a little tour of a Titanic hotel. So yes, it is sunken underneath the sea. You can see it poking out down there, and then underneath, quite a vast structure. That was easy to build. So we're going to have a tour of a hotel, and we're going to build a hotel. It's hotel, just in time for Easter, when maybe someone like me might stay in a hotel if I'm very lucky. And so might you. If you enjoyed today's episode, do give it a thumbs up. Yes, give it a like, and be sure to subscribe. Comments are welcome. Keep them clean, and I'll see you next week on Sunday. Bye now.